Good afternoon. So good to be here. Thank you for the invitation. I left Silver City this morning, my hometown, drove over here for the specific reason to want to make sure that we thank you. And we thank you for all the opportunities that you're providing for New Mexicans. Having sat in the state Senate for the last 12 years, specifically the last 10 years on the Senate Finance Committee, knowing the struggles that we've had within the state of New Mexico, on behalf of Michelle Lujan Grisham and myself, we want to make sure that we are expressing our gratitude for allowing us an opportunity in the state of New Mexico to move forward. And also to make sure that we leave no doubt that we are supportive of oil and gas. And we understand the importance of that for the whole state of New Mexico, where we see the benefits there. I appreciate working in a bipartisan way with senators and representatives who work so hard for you. And working together, whether it was to provide funding with support and cooperation with the administration as well on the brine well. And knowing how important that is, I was proud to stand in support during our legislative finance and our Senate Finance Committee discussions. I also want to make sure that we recognize the importance of working together and ensuring that the dollars that are going to come in with the newly established fund, a permanent fund that we're going to have over 5 years, nearly $750 million added to that fund, that we continue to recognize where those dollars are in. And I've been here many times over the years. I've been here to see for myself the dangers on the road, to see the impacts of what's taking place. And if we're going to have an environment that's going to be safe and effective for all New Mexicans, we have to make sure that we're working together as Democrats, as Republicans, to ensure that we are going to have the best possible state. When we look and see the possibilities that we have right now, I want to ensure that we recognize the issues, as I said, with infrastructure, the roads, the bridges, being a key part of that to ensure that we provide the resources. And working with Carol Laval and Gay Kernan in the Senate, one thing that they've always made sure of is that Southeast New Mexico needs to make sure they get their fair share. And I agree, because when you look and see the benefits that have been taking place around the state, and especially what we're going to see this next fiscal year, it's important that we recognize that the school systems be treated with that fairness, that we have our infrastructure treated with that as well. And I appreciate that they continue to advocate on your behalf to make sure that we can have those resources. I also want to recognize the importance of housing opportunities for affordable housing, to be specific, because we have the jobs here. We see the opportunities for the jobs that are here, but we want to make sure that we can provide opportunities for people to make a living and to remain here in the communities. So want to make sure that we're supportive, whether it's programs that are MFA, opportunities that we have for law enforcement, opportunities that we have for veterans, or people like educators who can utilize those affordable housing opportunities. I look forward to working together with you. I also want to recognize the infrastructure piece that we add to that, the healthcare infrastructure side of it. We want to make sure that the infrastructure aspect of it extends there, including behavioral health. And we understand the issues that have been plaguing the whole state when we speak specifically with the opioid crisis that we've been unfortunately dealing with. And then not to forget the importance of making sure that education always remains a focus. Education is being a reason why I chose to get into public service, is realizing that we have to make sure and address our teacher shortage. It's very difficult to continue to have a teacher shortage and not be able to hire educators here in Southeast New Mexico when the wages of educators doesn't meet up to the demands of what the housing market shows. So it works hand in hand to work together in that aspect. Lastly, I do want to recognize and thank the students for being here. Big round of applause for all of our students who did such a great job serving us. And when we talk about this next election, it has nothing to do with this next election. It's about the next generation and students like this. So I appreciate the opportunity to be here on behalf of Michelle Lujan Grisham and myself. I've appreciated the support that we've had throughout the years working with your representatives and your senators in a bipartisan way to help New Mexico. And we recognize that we have to take care of Southeast New Mexico, because Southeast New Mexico is taking care of the state of New Mexico. Thank you.